Is there any specific moment or any games or anything you're looking forward to?
Just being in front of all the fans.
Yeah,
like,
no doubt.
They're dying for just something to be put out there, and like just love basketball. So kind of excited to be out there in front of 20,000+ will be unbelievable. And like obviously you kind of see how they were watching the Bahamas games and like just randomly in the summer. It was like wild numbers.
Right?
Yeah, so kind of seeing that is just like you just want to go out there and play hard for them. And,
100%.
And
hey, bring out the Rubik's Cube. Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
We gonna put him on the spot.
Here we go.
I don't want to ask too many questions when he's doing it, bro. I'm gonna mess up his concentration.
This part's like you just gotta try and find.
First time we can see a guest with a special talent.
Oh, that's tough. That's tough.
What's up, everybody? I'm Kasean Pryor. To my right here is Noah Waterman, and we are your hosts of Keep It 100. We are super excited to bring this show to you guys, as we will be having weekly episodes featuring some of our other teammates and other Louisville athletes. Please check us out on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube, and don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Thank you guys for checking us out. Enjoy the show. Yes, sir.
We back.
Episode 4.
Yes, sir.
We got special guest Reyne Smith. Appreciate you coming on, my brother.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir.
So
get right into
let's get right into it.
Yep.
So you're Australian, right?
Australian, yep. Born, raised, everything.
Is that where the basketball journey all started?
Yep. Yeah, started when I was about 9. Picked up basketball and just kind of loved it ever since.
Is it true that y'all say mate a lot?
Yeah, like mate. Say mate for everything. If he's your friend, even if he's not your friend, he's still mate. So yeah, mate's just like, you just throw it into any sentence possible.
Is there other like slang you be using?
We got a little bit, like the arvo is the afternoon. So like, what are you doing this arvo? It's like, what are you doing this afternoon?
Start using that.
The gas station, we call it the servo.
Servo?
Because like, it's like a service station, we call it at home. Yeah, there's just some little things like if you ask how someone's doing, you just give them like a how you going.
How you going?
So, yeah, how you going?
Yeah,
that's just some little ones that kind of say all the time.
What's like a common misconception that Americans have about Australians or just Australia in general? Like, just kangaroos everywhere. It's like, wilderness. Like, what's...
I mean, there is a lot of kangaroos. Like, you'll see them kind of just, they're like deer. That's kind of
that's
how you describe it. But I'd probably say not everywhere in Australia has got huge spiders and snakes. What Americans think, because like, I'm from where gets a little cold, so there's not. I don't really deal with any of those big spiders. They're all kind of up where it's warm all year round.
Have you ever gotten like close enough to like touch a
any
kangaroo?
experiences?
Yeah, like you can go to like wildlife parks and like you feed them.
Oh, really?
Stuff like that. But I'm not going near a wild one.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to get in a fight or something.
I've seen those videos of them boxing people.
Yeah, I haven't tried. I haven't tried to get close to one of those.
Kangaroos, no joke. They're strong.
So since we're talking about Australia, you played on the national team this year, right?
Yeah. So was in Japan for a week in June. So that was a great trip. I think it was my fourth time representing Australia. So kind of any chance you get to represent your country, it's one of the biggest honours, and kind of my goal for basketball is to continue to represent Australia is like the main thing for me.
Was that your first time in Japan?
Yeah.
Do any cool things when you were there?
We didn't really have time to do much. It was only a quick trip where I played 2 games pretty much back to back, and we enjoyed the last night out in Japan. It was a lot of fun. Went to a couple of restaurants, but Japan was beautiful. I loved it.
That's cool.
No doubt. Talk about like kind of like your transition now, playing for Coach PK. What was it, 3 years at Charleston?
Yep.
3 years now, coming here to finish your last year. What was it about, what the relationship you guys built over the years, and obviously winning the championship, going to the tournament? Mm-hmm. What was, obviously the deciding factor, to come to Louisville? Yeah,
so it kind of started when the coaching staff was at Winthrop. They recruited me out of Australia, and it was kind of during COVID still, so they weren't able to fly to Australia and watch. They kind of just went off relationships and film. and I was committed Winthrop for like 8 months. And before I was like pretty much ready to go, signed everything, and then eventually the stuff moved to Charleston right? And ended up following, and kind of ever since then it's been a relationship that's been like really special, where it's authentic, where it's you kind of hear about it from like past players that I spoke to before committing, and like in the recruiting process, like how they were when they recruited me was how they are when I got there, and that's what's kind of been most special. And for me, it's like winning. That's what Coach did at Winthrop, and that was kind of the main reason. So from relationships being authentic, and obviously being able to go back-to-back conference champions and 2 March Madness,
big time
March Madness appearances at Charleston. So kind of following them to Louisville was a no-brainer.
No doubt.
That's cool. We got like the Australian squad. We were kind of talking about this on the last episode, but you're probably a lot closer to them. Like, did you guys grow up next to each other, like you, Cass, and all the other guys?
So I didn't know Tom or Kyle when I was in Australia. They were a little older. But Cass, he coached me at my first like Australian national championship when I was 13.
Wow.
So he moved to Tasmania, where I'm from, and then coached me. He moved to the Institute, so the Australian Institute of Sport. I ended up going up there, and now we're here at Louisville together. So I've known him for. Joke around, I've known him for too long.
Small world.
I've known him for way too long, but
small world.
So I've known Cass forever.
Okay. Talk about, like you said, Tasmania. So I know you got a bunch of Tasmanian devils on you everywhere. So kind of what does that represent?
So I got like a little Tasmanian devil tattooed on me. So it's not like they're a real animal. They're not like the one on Looney Tunes.
So what is the animal? What is the actual
It's like
animal?
It's almost like a little rodent thing.
Like a rat?
Like they're bigger, but
and
they're feisty. Like I wouldn't go near one.
Yeah.
I've never seen one in the wild, but if I did, I wouldn't go anywhere near.
Okay.
But like grew up Tasmania. It's a small island. There's about 500,000 people on it. Not where I'm from was like a small town, about 15,000 people, so wasn't really much to do other than kind of work out, and that's all I kind of did growing up. So I kind of take a lot of pride of coming out of Tasmania, where not as many big names or anything come from out of there. So kind of having that home pride and kind of making it this far, kind of just represent.
What's the 7315 that you had to enter too?
Yeah, so that's the area code of my hometown, Ulverston.
Nice.
So it's kind of where it all started for me.
So is your family, was it like a basketball family? Do you have relations in there, or how did you just get into basketball?
Not really. Like my parents played kind of, and like my family and stuff have always been in sports, and just kind of played a bunch of different sports when I was a kid. It wasn't really basketball, it was more Australian rules football, which I definitely got to show you guys that. It's serious. So I kind of played all sports growing up as a kid. There wasn't really any basketball ties. No, I didn't play soccer. I didn't play soccer, but I just kind of loved the people around basketball and the game, and just kind of wanted to take that path.
Were you a natural shooter?
Yeah.
You were?
Yeah.
Because you're a lefty.
I think ever since I can remember being able to kind of shoot, like from a young age, I was able to kind of shoot threes when other kids my age couldn't really. So kind of just came natural to me, I guess.
At Charleston, you had multiple games, 10 threes, right?
I've had 9 and 10. Yeah. I've
ridiculous.
had some with 8, 7, multiple sixes.
Left-handed bandit right
here.
Yeah, had 10 threes in like the second last game of last season, which was pretty fun.
Man. But in practice, bro, shooting like contests against you, whoo, no joke, boy. Yeah. I thought I was a good shooter, and then I met Reyne, and I'm like, okay, bro, he's gonna shoot 100 threes, make 90. I'm like, okay, bro. Like,
yeah. So kind of got to figure something out, especially being 6'1", not super athletic. Got to have something going for me. So
you got sneaky bounce.
I can get up. I can get up. My legs are gonna be feeling good. I'm gonna be feeling good for it. Maybe like the first game in the warm-ups. Might get up a little bit.
Have you caught a dunk in a game?
Not in college.
No?
Not in college.
High school?
This year.
Yeah, I've had a couple in high school, but
we need one this year.
Yeah, and it's definitely, there was a little joke on Twitter about me not having a dunk, so got to try and get one this year.
Give him a fast break.
It's coming this year.
Yeah, we get one. We get one.
So were you able to graduate last year at Charleston, or?
Nah, so I'm a true senior.
Okay, so
this year, so
awesome.
fourth year.
Get it done.
And then so hopefully graduate in May. That's the goal. That's the goal. I don't want to mess around and not graduate.
What are you gonna major in?
In business administration. So when I moved to Charleston, I didn't really know what I wanted to do with school, and I guess you got to know business with anything in life. You got to know finance stuff. So I'm like, I may as well just do that.
So after you're done and you graduate from Louisville, what are your plans as far as career or where you want to live? Do you want to go back to Australia? Has America been fun for you? I mean,
yeah. So I want to play professional.
Yeah, no doubt.
Whether that's Australia, where that league's gotten really big, with Europe here. I don't really know. I just want to keep playing for as long as my body will let me. That's the goal, and then after that, get into coaching. I think I have to stay around basketball.
I can see that. I can see.
Bro, 100%.
Yeah. I don't think I could leave the game. Forever.
It's gonna be so hard. I feel like we're giving it so much. Like we got so much to give back.
I feel like it's only right to go into coaching once I'm done.
Is all your family back in Australia still?
Yep. So all my brothers, mum, they're all in Tasmania. Still just kind of chilling, so they're going to come for the first two games. Come for the first two games, and looking to come senior night as well, which will be exciting.
No, that's cool. You got a lot of brothers and sisters. Choose Miranda Construction. With decades of experience, Miranda Construction has rapidly become the Ville's leading design building general contractor. Their expert team delivers the highest quality projects on time and on budget. Whether your project is big or small, Miranda Construction is committed to one thing: your satisfaction. Be the best builder, build the best buildings, do it with the best people. Miranda Construction. You got a lot of brothers and sisters?
I got two brothers, older, younger. So
they never played basketball or any sports?
They did. Like, they all played sports, just more locally.
Gotcha.
But I kind of just took it a little more serious than what they did.
Oh, that's cool.
So are you the only one of your family in America?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So only one.
You got your girls, so that's family, but it's just you two, right?
Yeah. So I mean, it's nice. It's fine. You kind of learn to. You got to figure it out one way.
Yeah. Same for kind of how Ali was kind of coming here and being new. So what was the transition like coming to America from Australia?
It was a little challenge at first, I think. I I moved away from Tasmania when I was 17, so I lived a year and a half in Canberra before moving to the US. So the transition still wasn't completely smooth, and it's like you move to a new country. It helps being like an English speaking country and stuff like that.
Definitely.
So I had no barrier, but just kind of getting to know people and kind of figuring stuff out. But for the most part, it was pretty good, and eventually just kind of made my way in nicely.
Yeah, luckily, I was gonna say you just didn't have a language barrier, like kind of like Ali, from Egypt to Australia, like you couldn't even speak, English. So.
So I was glad there was no barrier for that.
What was like your favorite like American dish when you came here? Do y'all eat like the same thing we do, or?
We eat pretty much all similar foods.
Same thing.
But definitely Chick-fil-A. We don't have Chick-fil-A in Australia, so we've been on that. So we're kind of making the most of it while I'm in America.
What about Cane's? You a big Cane's guy?
I like Cane's. Cane's is definitely good.
Have you got a chance to eat anything locally or get out anywhere, go on a date, anything like that yet?
Not really. Haven't been around as much.
Busy.
I need to. There's a couple of spots I need to try out.
No doubt.
But we'll get around to it.
We'll get around.
You got to go to Indies.
That's what I'm hearing.
Bro.
That's what I'm hearing. I got to get there.
What best chicken? 100%, bro.
I've heard all about Indies. I need to get on.
I'm gonna give it another shot. I thought it was just okay. I like Indies though. They got I think they got other good food than chicken, but I'm gonna try the chicken again.
You got to go to the right one, bro. You must be going to the right. Yeah, I'll take you.
I need to get on. I've been meaning to. So.
What type of Australian dishes, or like what did you grow up kind of like eating a lot? That's like when you got to America, it's like it's not as common, or
it's tough to say. A lot of it is really similar. Where you kind of it's all like anything. Like the Asian food in Australia is really good. We don't really have as much Mexican in Australia, but for the most part, it's all pretty similar.
Okay. Well, did you go? I know Ali. We talked to him last week. He was at the NBA Academy.
The NBA Academy
for high school. Where were you at then? Or I know like Ben Simmons. Those guys kind of went through.
Yeah. So there was at the Australian Institute of Sport. There's 2 programs, like the NBA Global Academy and the Basketball Australia Centre of Excellence. So I going into my senior year of high school, I got offered to go to the Centre of Excellence side. So we pretty much all practice together, and it's kind of like the 12 best Australians really get offered a scholarship to go there and live there full time. So I met and lived with Ali while I was over there.
Yep. Wow.
Yeah.
That's wild. So you played. How long did you play with him for in high school then?
I want to say it was either 6 months, maybe a year.
Gotcha.
So like kind of the 2 programs of the Centre of Excellence and the Global Academy, we all lived in the same spot, practiced together, so we'll kind of around each other all the time.
That's cool.
Yeah, basketball is so small, bro.
Yeah.
We're from Australia, and now it's just so much of us here. Like, man,
it's crazy.
World.
So you a big golfer, bruh. You're going golfing right after this, right?
Yep. Straight after playing with Peyton.
Right?
Playing with Peyton, it's got to be hot out there, but I kind of got into it after the most recent season finished. Just kind of figured I needed to do something outside of basketball. Like I don't really play video games or anything like that much, but kind of just started playing it and loved it, like being outside, and it's just such a mental battle of a game where
it is.
It's kind of makes me a little mad that I'm not very good at it. So that's kind of the main reason why I like want to play all the time.
Keep getting better at it.
I just hate being bad. But I love it. It's just something different. It's just a battle between yourself. There's no one to blame, no other factors other than yourself. So it's a lot of fun. I love kind of going out there and just being outside.
You golf with anybody on the team or not really?
Play with a few of the managers. So Kasean is a stud, and then Graham, and starting to play with Kyle a little bit more. So since he's got here, so
golfing staff.
Yeah, we gotta go out to the golfing.
We've taken KJ out for 9 holes.
Was he good?
Going out there.
He struggled. It's a tough game. It's a tough game. It's his first time, but
mini golf. I'm good at mini golf.
Mini putt. Come on,
I gotta get some gloves on my side.
So we gotta get something going.
Did you grow up playing? You said you played some other sports. Basketball was basketball something you always thought you saw yourself doing, or what were your dreams early as a kid, or you know?
It was more. So I played Australian rules football and cricket. Were like the first two sports I kind of picked up.
Okay.
But it was kind of then got between either where I play basketball or football. And it kind of just came down to what I enjoyed being around. It was like just the people around basketball is kind of what stuck to it. Like all my friends that I got along with really well were in basketball, so that kind of kept me around it and wanted to stay in it.
Yeah.
You got any hidden talents, bro?
I can solve a Rubik's Cube.
Really?
For real?
Yeah.
What's your best time?
I've done like 1:15.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you have like the method? You know?
So there's like algorithms and stuff you got to kind of memorize when you get to certain points of it. But it took me like 2 weeks to learn. It was like during a tournament, one of my teammates could solve it, and I was like, I need to try and learn that, and kind of spent that week learning. Then when I got home, I was injured, so I was like,
"Hey, bring out the Rubik's Cube." Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
We gonna put him on the spot.
Here we go.
Let's see.
All right, let's see what we got here.
See how fast you can do it.
Let's see what we got.
Moment of truth.
Now I'm getting a little nervous.
Okay. No pressure.
Yes, sir. How long did it take you to learn how to do a Rubik's Cube, bro?
Say like 2 weeks.
Yeah, like 2-3 weeks. It took a while, but once I got it, it was like really satisfying.
We're counting. You're at 30 seconds.
I'm not getting a record.
He's cooking.
I don't want to ask too many questions when he's doing it, bro. I'm gonna mess up your concentration.
This part's like you just gotta try and find certain.
Yeah, I feel like
there's no like algorithms yet. This is just me kind of figuring
it out.
Yeah.
No, I remember when I would do that as a kid, it would be over. I was like, I just time to get a new one. Like
I would pull off the little stickers, bro. Match your buttons. I'm like, yo, bro.
We're back.
Did it.
Yeah. Same. Rubik's Cubes ain't no joke.
No, bro.
People be doing it blindfolded now. I'm like,
what?
Yeah,
and they got the little timers they be
5
clicking.
5 seconds done. I don't know how they do it.
It's wild.
I don't know how they do it.
That's wild.
This is
we getting close.
first time we can see a guest with a special talent.
Oh! That's tough.
That's big time.
Bro, what? Yeah. That was probably like a minute 30.
That was pretty good.
That was fast.
That was pretty good.
Cooked that.
Wow, that's tough. That's tough.
That's when you have one there.
Wow, okay. That's big time right there. That's a special talent now, okay.
Yeah, so I got that. That's kind of my claim to fame. Yeah. That's about it. That's all I got.
Okay, big time right there. What are you most looking forward to about this season? You know, obviously we've been able to play, a few games, getting to know each other more, build our relationship. But you know, is there any specific moment or any games or anything you're looking forward to specifically?
I think just being in front of all the fans.
Yeah,
like
no doubt.
They're dying for just something to be put out there and love basketball. So kind of excited to be out there in front of 20,000+ will be unbelievable. And obviously you kind of see how they were watching the Bahamas games and just randomly in the summer. It was wild numbers.
Right?
Yeah, so kind of seeing that is just you just want to go out there and play hard for them. And,
100%.
And definitely just playing with the group of guys we got. It's been Bahamas games were a lot of fun where it's just unselfish and just play fast, and that's kind of what I'm most excited for.
Yeah, okay, I like that. I think there's something that no one can deny is the love our fans are, they give us, and all sports. We went to the volleyball game last night. What is it? The game started late, and it's 10:30, and these fans just now getting here and still watching the game on a Tuesday night. So, they're definitely dedicated, and I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, I can't wait.
So
100%.
I'm excited for those fans.
But being a shooter, do you have like a 3-point celebration, or you don't really do too much? What's your thing?
What's your go-to?
Depends what I'm feeling at the time. I try not to have a go-to. I just
whatever you feel.
If I make a couple in a row, I don't know what I'll do. I just kind of let it happen.
Okay.
Might not react. I might react. But I don't really have a go-to. But I'll do something usually once I get one.
All right, you know what time it is. It's 10 questions with Kasean and Noah. So put the time limit on. Here we go. First question is, what's your favorite color?
Red.
Favorite TV show?
Prison Break.
Favorite sports player?
Steph Curry.
Favorite movie?
Step Brothers.
Favorite Australian food?
Tim Tams.
Favorite food, period?
Chinese food.
Chinese food, okay.
Favorite shoes you have?
Yeezys.
Favorite thing to do when it's not basketball?
Golf.
Yep. Okay, well, we got 2 more.
Oh, come on. Rapid fire.
One more.
Favorite state?
Kentucky.
Yes, sir.
Okay, there it is. Kentucky.
Oh, one more.
Favorite place to live, period, ever. Favorite country?
Australia.
There we go. Hey, all right.
Okay.
My guy, Reyne Smith, my brother.
Yes, sir. Hey,
thank you guys for having me.
Podcast.
Yes, sir.
It's been real. I'll keep it 100.
That's episode 4.
Appreciate y'all.
Hey, signing out, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in to this episode. I hope y'all enjoyed our conversation. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe wherever you find this podcast. Remember, we're on Apple, YouTube, Spotify. Click that subscribe button. You already know Floyd Street Media has you covered for everything athletics. Follow us on social media for clips and highlights. Until next time, signing out.